Alright, time to edit today. Probably working on Jason's film again. Yeah. Hey, dude. Alright, so apparently Sam's made a fort.
Fort stick insect. It's for these stick insects.
Okay.
They need more room.
Can we like move it so I can get through?
No, there's an entrance. Broken.
I've broken the fort.
Perfect. You got an idea for an intro?
Nah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Welcome to Unwatched.
Is that all we're gonna? We've done this before. I'm sure we're repeating ourselves now.
Probably.
We've become stars now. 30 views on the last one with Gemma.
Yeah.
Last
Thank
one
you,
at the time
Gemma.
recording. Yeah, thank you, Gemma. Well done.
We'll tag you in this one too.
I doubt she's listening to this one. Hello, welcome to One Watch. We watch things, we talk about them. So I'm Tom here. I've got at least one thing to talk about, then we'll see where the chat goes. Tom, you've got at least one thing?
Yeah.
Okay, mine's a film.
Okay.
Do you want to start with mine or with yours?
I don't mind.
Well, gentleman's choice.
Mine's an anime.
Okay, great.
Like
Sure it'll
anime.
be disgusting and freaky.
Oddly, no. Not really.
Well, you say that and then it is. So,
We'll start with yours.
Okay. Mine is freaky.
Okay.
It's called Dave Made a Maze.
I've seen adverts for
I
this,
showed
and
you
want,
the trailer.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll try and not spoil too much.
Yeah, because I want to see this.
Okay. There's a guy called Dave, and he's an artist.
Yeah.
And then in a sort of part live action, part animated credits beginning, you see that he's sat around the house bored, and then he gets the idea to make a maze. And he builds a maze out of cardboard boxes in his living room, and his girlfriend comes home. And this cardboard box construction has chimneys and steam coming out of it. And he's calling from the maze. And it's like, hey, honey, how are you? And she's like, you made a maze? And he goes, yeah, it's just da-da-da. And she's like, don't take it down and build it all, da-da-da. And then he admits that he is lost in the maze.
Yeah.
And Dave's best friend comes, who has a beard, and their like quote is, where's the beard? On the face! Where's the beard? On the face! Which is ironic because Dave shaved his beard, and that comes up later and is an issue. And they then they realise that Dave is lost in the maze. They all eat pizza. Dave's like, couldn't you just like throw stuff in the maze and I'll find it? And then eventually they decide that they need to go and get Dave out of the maze. They do this with Dave's girlfriend, their best friend, another friend of theirs who's a girl who's all hyper all the time, a couple who don't really like each other but always like drink at the same time and stuff, a film director, a cameraman, a sound recordist, a couple of Flemish tourists, a homeless guy who sort of just turns up, and I believe one more guy, but I can't quite remember. People merge these things. And they go into the cardboard box construction and find out that it is, in fact, a giant labyrinth. Yeah. Way bigger on the inside. Yeah. Completely like there's all cardboard walls and stuff. And there's a minotaur running around in the labyrinth. And there are traps, and there's death, and the death is all stylized. People don't bleed, they bleed ribbons. And the labyrinth is sort of like Dave's psyche. And that's as far as I'll go with it, in terms of plot-wise. Visually, it's stunning. Like, they go into a room and all these things they do with cardboard and silly string and decorations and that. It's really great. The characters...
I'm sort of disappointed that it's Dave's psyche.
Well, it doesn't...
I hope that doesn't actually come up. I hope they just play it straight. I want them to play it straight. When I saw the trailer, I want them to play it as Dave made a maze.
Right,
this is bigger on the inside.
This is my feeling on it, right? this you skipping ahead a bit. That's my issue with it. It's like it's a good film. I do recommend it. I absolutely recommend it. But it spends way too much time taking itself kind of seriously and wink wink nudge nudge at the audience. Like the film crew guy, he insists on doing interviews So he interviews Dave's girlfriend, and he starts saying, "So as a female character, how do you feel that it's you seeking a man? Do you not feel like you're just a generic female trope?" And she's like, "No, I'm just trying to get Dave out of Maze." And he goes, "Look, do you want to be another generic, boring female character? I'm trying to make you interesting here." And they have that kind of deconstruction of film going on at the same time. And it's not that that's bad, or even like the points made, but it tonally, it goes from being this kind of slightly quirky, could almost be a Wes Anderson thing, which the trailer definitely makes it seem, into this slightly more there's lots of great quirky moments. The smile has gone from Tom's face. Is that because it's a feminist message and you're not a fan of...
No, I saw the trailer and I just wanted it to be just fun. I just want it to be fun. I just want it to be, Dave made a maze, it's bigger on the inside, and just some epic like adventure through Dave's cardboard maze that is somehow massive. That's all. That's what I wanted it to be.
And that's what I was hoping for, and I think that's where while it's good, and it's really interesting, and it kept my attention to the end, I didn't come away from it feeling really like, oh, I loved that. It's definitely got a lot of Wes Anderson sort of touch in the characters and the quirkiness, but if you take a Wes Anderson film like Moonrise Kingdom, that the whole way through, that's just like an innocent yarn, even though there's all this stuff going on. And you have that sense of adventure, and it's almost like a child's story. It doesn't have that. It goes too deep into like the psychological and the quirkiness, and it doesn't quite hit.
So I wanted like a Lemony Snicket type thing.
Yes,
that's what I want to see from that.
Yes,
like, it is what it is.
The really strong characterization, slightly over the top, make it kind of and it doesn't go that way. It does at times. At times, it's absolutely fantastic. And there's some conversations that were brilliant, and some of the characters are great. I loved the ending. I thought the ending was fantastic. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's like, it's the ending that you're like, it's not sad, it's not happy, but it's a very enjoyable ending and where to leave it kind of thing. But to get there, it just shifts. It shifts a lot, and it's. You can't look at the set and what they built without being really fucking impressed at the way they built it. You can't look at the way they did certain things and not be like, it's very accomplished. But the script just kind of is a bit too much of, look, I'm a film, look, I'm a script, he kind of thing, and it
doesn't need to be.
Doesn't need to be. No. It detracts from what is could be a stunning film. But I do recommend it. I think you should watch it. I recommend it. Dave Made a Maze. It's. You want special, you want unique, you want different. It could be better, but it's still 1,000 times better than a bad or a boring film. Probably not as interesting as like a really terrible film, but more enjoyable than a really terrible film, if that makes sense. So Dave Made a Maze. I do recommend it. It got me wanting to you could go and do this and that. And it reminded me, do you remember the film we did with Jamie Vose? Where it was like a guy in a library and we just had cardboard boxes. And
there was a guy in like a white room.
No, he was in a white room in a library, and we turned the boxes around. So one side of these cardboard boxes was white, and we filmed it, and it looked like he was in a white room. And then we turned the boxes, and they had print paper that looked like books, so it looked like he was in a library. Do you remember that? Yeah, it reminded me of that. It was like, I want to do something like that. It's like not that visionary, but it's like, I like that film. It was weird.
Fair?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it. Dave Made a Maze.
Dave Made a Maze.
The guy who played Dave directed it. I don't know if he wrote it.
Fair.
Worth watching. Just, it's not. You'll see. Like it might be other people come out and they're like, oh, I love that because it did these things. But for me, those were things that distracted from it. Tom, go on. Give me your creepy anime bullshit.
I watched an anime called Kuroko's Basketball.
Right.
And it's basically like all the standard animes where it's like, we have fights and epic skills and all this stuff.
Right.
But it's basketball.
So they fight on the basketball court.
They use basketball, and their abilities are all basketball related.
So like dunking and dribbling and nothing but net. 2 points. 3 points.
Right, so you have... It starts with like this epic thing. It's like the generation of miracles. It was a basketball team that everyone knew and no one could beat. And it's like a middle school team. And everyone knows them, but not everyone knows about the Phantom Six Man.
The Phantom Six Man.
Sixth Man.
Sixth Man.
Six. Yeah.
As in first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
Six.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't all know about him, and they've all gone to different schools now.
Right.
And you're following the Sixth Man with his team.
The Sixth Man. You're following him.
Yeah.
The people no one knows about the Phantom one.
Yeah, he's the main character.
Right.
People know about him, but most people just didn't think he existed. And it's like his team, and it's basically their journey to become the best team, and they compete with the other generation of miracles. And like, you have one guy who can hit 3-pointers from anywhere, 100% shots.
Cool.
Always hits them. Doesn't matter where he is on the field, on the court.
He just always gets 3 points.
Always gets them.
So how are you ever going to lose?
Well, you can block him and stuff.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and you have to work out how to do it that way, and how to put defense on him and stuff to stop him. But if he's open, he will always hit.
Right.
You have a guy that's can copy. Yeah, he just like his skill is he can copy and he like learns stupidly fast.
Right.
Like he sees something, he sees like a move or something done once, he can copy it.
Okay.
So like
a mimic.
Yeah,
he's a mimic.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 3-point nothing but net.
Yeah.
We've got a mimic.
Yeah.
We've got a phantom.
The phantom guy uses misdirection.
I'm going that way and then goes. Says he's going left but shoots right.
And he's got so little presence on the court because he's not a good standard basketball player.
Yeah.
That most people don't notice he's there, but he can pass
right
with amazing accuracy and in like one touch.
Nice.
And like his job on like the court is with the miracle guys is he'd literally just no one would ever notice him, and basically people would think the ball's being like passed in a curve because like they'd throw it one way, he'd hit it, and it'd go to a person over there.
Nice.
And,
nice. But people still didn't recognise or see that he was there.
They just kind of forgot about him all the time.
Right. So is this past tense? Like we're post the miracle basketball team?
Yes.
Right.
Post that. That's what happened, and now all of those players have gone to different high schools.
Right.
And they reveal like why they go to different high schools and all this sort of stuff, and it's basically they're too good, they want competition.
Okay.
It's basically the gist of it. There's like other stuff that goes around with the emotions and shit. Basically, it's we've all gone to different schools because we want to be the best player, and if we're with everyone else, then we just dominate everyone. It's boring.
Yeah. So they're all star players on their own teams.
Yeah. And basically everyone except for Kuroko, who's the Phantom Six Man.
Yeah.
They all basically just hate basketball now because they were so good for so long, but they just do it because that's what they do.
Whereas Kuroko really likes it.
Yeah,
still.
and they're all like the only thing that matters is winning. Teamwork doesn't matter. Teammates don't matter. Nothing matters. Just winning. That's all that matters. And Kuroko's all about it's winning with a team and having fun.
Friendship and heart.
Yeah.
Heart of the ball.
So he has to prove. So it's Kuroko's game.
Yeah.
Like the thing that's always written on there
is it Kuroko's game or
it's
basketball?
The show's called Kuroko's Basketball.
Right.
And there's always like a thing, the basketball that Kuroko plays.
Okay.
On it, and it's basically his whole reason for being on this team and stuff is that he wants to beat the other guys who are way better than him.
To prove friendship.
To prove that teamwork is better and it's more important to have fun because they've never all of them are basically never lost.
So he's going to grow up poor, the others are going to grow up rich.
Sort of.
Yeah. If you try and enjoy what you do,
yeah,
it's great, but you won't get rich doing it. You have to hate it.
No, they're like really good at it and they can actually win by having fun. But he's basically like, no, it's not just like basketball's not just about winning.
Yeah.
You shouldn't just like ignore everyone and if you're not having fun, what's the fucking point? Type of thing.
Yeah. Poor man.
Yeah. So like the whole show's it's like 3 seasons, about 60 some episodes altogether.
Right.
And it's basically from him first going to his new school, which is Seren High School.
Okay.
It's like 2 tournaments, I think.
Okay.
It's like 2 tournaments that is like the whole thing. It does have, because of how it is, it does have the over-the-top action stuff, and because of that, it does have Dragon Ball Z syndrome of a basketball match is 40 minutes. Each episode is 20 minutes. There are times one basketball match will last six episodes.
Okay. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z. Oh, there's an episode of Dragon Ball Z and it's someone's going to shoot someone and they spend like the entire episode like building up shooting them and then you get out of the cliffhanger and then you go to the next episode and they fucking missed.
Yeah. Yeah, it has that sort of stuff. But yeah, no one dies, so it's kind of fun because it has all the crazy characters.
Yeah,
but no one ever dies because
it's not that level of it has
it has moments of like the perverted bits.
Yeah,
but they're really few and far between. And it's more like teenage boy perverted bits rather than actual perverted bits. Like there's a bit where they're like at hot springs and they realise the women's hot springs is next to them, and then like half of the team are like, we need to see, and then like the other half of the team are like, no, suck big dicks.
Nice.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Kuroko has a girl who's in love with him and he just doesn't care, which is great in its own way. Like he's just sort of so detached from everything.
Yeah.
That he's just focused on that.
Nice.
Yeah. It's fun. It's just a fun. It's like a fun standard action anime that just happens to be basketball rather than fighting.
Well, Tom, we've danced this dance before, you and I, haven't we? This isn't my first rodeo with you and anime, so the questions need to be asked. I need them on record. Is there perversion? You said there's no death, but is there loss? Is there going to be something fucking incesty? Is there going to be like a character heel turn?
There's no incest.
Yeah.
There are essentially there's sort of heel turns.
Okay. Heel turns is when good guys become bad guys.
Yeah.
As a shock and surprise and plot twist.
I don't think there's any good guys becoming bad guys.
Okay. Perversions,
like flashback.
perverts.
There's like the horny teen perversion bit. But it's not done very often. I'd say like maybe once every like 10 episodes you'll get like a moment like that.
Cool. I don't mind horny teens. It's the way some animes do horny teens that drives me just insane. Female characters. Are they just big boobed bimbos? Are they idiots? Are they not important? Are they there?
Okay. The main female character is one of the most important characters.
But is she interesting and good? Is she a good character or is she just generic anime female?
I think she's a good character.
You gotta remember, I watched Full Metal Alchemist, so I've seen that anime can have strong female characters who don't just have to be, I have giant boobs or I have lots of sex, which is way too many animes, or I'm a nagging housewife.
Right. She's a good female character, but she's a trope.
Right.
She doesn't have big boobs because she's a good female character.
Right. Okay.
She's the coach for that team.
For
Siren's team.
Is she obsessed with big boobs? Is the boobs part of the joke?
No.
Fair. See, that might not be tropey. That might just be normalised. A normalised female.
Boobs come into it at like one bit.
Right.
No.
Okay, if there's like one boob joke, fine. It's when it's a recurring. That's the character's trait that annoy you or frustrate me.
Thinking. Right. There's a recurring bit to it, but it's more. I feel the joke's more on the guys.
Okay.
So like, there's one bit where one of the teams, I can't remember how far, like whereabouts this is into it. I assume quite early because of what it is. One of the teams come, and then the guy on the other team looks at the coach from their team, and starts like crying and being really disappointed. And he's annoyed because he was told that the coach of the other team was a female, and that like she doesn't have big boobs and she's not sexy at all. It's all rubbish. What was the point? You got my hopes up. I had these ideas.
Okay, right. Yeah.
But she's she doesn't even think. No, she does get annoyed, but she gets annoyed in a really good way.
Okay.
She's there with like a smile.
No, that sounds like the humor's in the right place. But obviously, I don't.
There's an American girl at one bit that comes over. When they speak American, it's awkward.
Right. Howdy. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
No,
I'm an American.
no, it's like
Do your damn
LA.
job now,
It's
boy,
like
now.
LA style American.
They don't talk like this,
The
something
woman,
right now.
the woman sounds more Australian half the time.
Right,
And there's two guys that are Japanese,
right,
but they were in America one bit,
right.
and they talk English to her
Nice.
occasionally, and it's really awkward.
I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, but yeah, other than that, like, yeah, it's just like a fun,
Okay.
going thing.
Okay.
Like, it's got all the tropes. The American woman gets naked, because to her that's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's another trait
Like,
of...
she's basically like,
Yeah, another
It's
trait of
just
Tom's
being
recommended animes is female characters that get nude. I'm not complaining about that one.
to be honest, I don't seem to be able to find any animes where female characters don't get nude.
Yeah,
at
it's
some
difficult,
point.
innit?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it called?
Kuroko's basketball.
Basketball. That it sounds alright.
Yeah.
Do you recommend it?
Yeah, it's just fun.
Cool.
There are, the basketball games last a lot longer than their basketball games should last, but it's part of anime.
Yeah, Kuroko's basketball. And Dave made a maze.
Yeah.
Because he did. And there's
Yeah.
a film about it.
Yeah.
There you go. There's two positive ones. Two recommendations there.
Yeah.
Right, I'm happy to leave that there. I've got other things I've watched, but I just feel this is a nice, concise...
Yeah.
We've had a maze, we've had basketball. Why bring anything else into it yet?
Yeah. Bye.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks
So,
for listening. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.